At this time, the Utah High School Activities Association would like to recognize the seniors on both teams by having them please step forward seniors. Join us in congratulating these seniors with a round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise and remove your hands. We pause to honor America and those valiant men and women who fight to protect our freedoms as we enjoy this game today with a performance of our national anthem. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And now, let's meet the players and coaches for today's championship game. First of all, the designated visiting team, the West Jordan Jaguars. Number 1, Sarah Gibson. Number 2, Kaylee Taylor. Number 4, Grace Manga. Number 6, Jamie Christensen. Number 7, Brianna Oldroyd. Number 9, Abby Evans. Number 13, Bailey Aldridge. And number 19, Sarah Mendez. Here's the starting lineup for the Jaguars. Leading off and playing center field, number 15, Ariana Belstead. Batting second is the pitcher, number 32, Rita Tamita. Batting third and playing left field is number 11, Haley Fox. Batting fourth and playing shortstop, number 23, Andrea Humlo-Bailoa. Batting fifth is the third baseman, number 20, Laviana Pavita. Batting sixth and catching is number 8, Abigail Bunker. Batting seventh is the designated player, number 14, Taylor Hughes. Batting eighth and playing right field is number 10, Megan Gray. Batting ninth is the first baseman, number 5, Lexi Taylor. For the Jaguars, the next player and playing second base is number 12, Ashlyn Garrison. The head coach is McKaylee Denner. The assistant coaches, Cara Gibbons, Corey Christensen, and Jules Pianavea. The principal is Michael Hutchins, and the athletic director is Layla Lohea. And now let's meet the designated home team, the Salem Skyhawks. Number 3, Avery Henson. Number 4, Swayze Wilson. Number 10, Brighton Butters. Number 12, Naylee Simpson. Number 13, Brooklyn Henson. Number 14, Alma Ugarte. Number 19, Katie Keel. Number 23, Carly Rudd. And number 25, Jacqueline Nielsen. And now the starting lineup for the Skyhawks, leading off in center field, number 8, Cameron Guest. Batting second and playing second base, number 2, Samia Averon. Batting third is the catcher, number 20, Emery Wilson. fourth and playing right field is number 1, Audrey Stokes. Batting fourth and playing third base is number 18, Aaliyah Elmer. Batting sixth and playing first base is number 17, Joe Norman. Batting seventh and playing shortstop, number 24, Layla Stevenson. Batting eighth is the pitcher, number 6, Kiana Murray. And batting ninth is the designated player, number 9, Shay Loveridge. The left player playing left field is number 22, Tessa Molino. The head coach is Caleb Stokes, assisted by Jeanette Sorensen, Dan Higginson, Shelby Guest, Scott Giles, Lashana Brinka, and Sage Perry. The principal is Ryan McGuire. The athletic director is Lee Gilly. The UHSAA would like to thank everyone who has made this tournament a success, including scorekeepers, announcers, gatekeepers, and concession workers. And a special thank you to our crew of umpires under the direction of our umpire-in-chief, Larry Goff. The umpires for this championship game. Behind home plate is Chris Reed. At first base is John McKinney. And at third base is Darren Gold. Let's play softball.
Good afternoon and welcome to Gail Miller Field on the campus of Brigham Young University for Game 2 of the 5A Softball Championship Series between the West Jordan Jaguars and the Salem Hills Skyhawks here on KSLSports.com. I'm Trevor Allen here with you. Excited to have this one for you as West Jordan is one win away from their first ever state softball championship, and Salem Hills needs to win this game to force a decisive Game 3 later this afternoon or evening, I guess. It would be at 7 o'clock. And so we've got a good one on tap after the Jaguars picked up a 13-7 win. They were up 13-2 until the bottom of the 7th inning when Salem Hills scored 5 runs to make it 13-7. Now, we'll go ahead and go through the batting order first for West Jordan since they will come to the plate first. Batting first will be Ariana Feldstead. She's playing center field. Batting second and pitching is Rita Tavita. Batting third, playing left field, is Haley Fox. Batting fourth and playing shortstop is Andrea Tagovailoa. Batting fifth and playing third base is Lafiana Fafita. Batting sixth, playing catcher, is Abigail Bunker. Batting seventh and is the designated player, that's Taylor Hughes. Batting eighth and playing in right field is Megan Gray. And batting ninth and playing in first base is Lexi Taylor. The player playing in at second base but not in the batting order is number 12, Ashlyn Kerrigan. And now for the field players, you've got Kiana Murray pitching. Norman is playing first base. Catcher is Emery Wilson. Haveron's playing second. Elmer playing third. Shortstop is Stevenson. Tessa Molyneux is in left field. Cameron Guest is in center field, and Audrey Stokes is in right field. As we are about to get underway here with first pitch of Game 2 of the 5A Softball Championship Series. Glad to have you here with us as the first pitch is a foul ball. Here's the 0-1. And that one is grounded past the second baseman, and that'll be a base hit for Ariana Feldstead. Pitcher Rita Tavita is up next, as the Jaguars are in their powder blue with pinstripes. Here's Murray with the pitch. That one's called strike one.
Who won the last game? No, this series. Oh, okay.
Here's the 0-1. That one is up high, ball one. So a 1-1 count here for Murray against Tavita, pitcher against pitcher. That one goes past the shortstop and the pitcher, and it'll be a base hit for Rita Tavita. So back-to-back singles for the Jaguars to start off here in the top of the first. Up next is left fielder Haley Fox, batting in the 3-hole. Now one is bunted to Murray. She'll throw over to first and gets the out, but advances the runners. Tavita and Feldstad are at second and third, respectively. Andrea Tagovailoa had a pair of doubles to start last night's game. She's at the plate. So 1 out and 2 on. Both runners in scoring position. Called strike 1. And check swing, called strike 2. Pitcher's count here for Murray. We'll go through her stats after this pitch. Here's the 0-2. Was outside, ball 1. So on the season, coming into this championship series, Kiana Murray has a 12-1 record in 17 appearances. Has a 3.36 ERA, pitched in 68 and 2/3 innings, and gave up 69 hits, 42 runs, 33 earned runs, 15 walks, and 64 strikeouts. As that one evens the count at 2-2. Murray was playing first base last night, so her and Norman just switch. Here's the pitch. That one's fouled off. Count remains 2-2. With runners on second and third. And up next is Lafiana Fafita. That one's high. The count goes full. This is a big at-bat already with 2 on and 1 out. West Jordan trying to make a statement again like they did last night. Scored 5 runs in the first inning. And that's a walk, and that'll load the bases. So Fafita will come to the plate. Plays third base. Here's the pitch. And that one is high. Caught by the second baseman, and all the runners will stay at their base. And that's out number 2. So a big play there for the Skyhawks. Abigail Bunker, the catcher, batting 6th in the lineup, will come to the dish. With Kiana Murray, delivers the pitch. And it's called strike 1. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike two. Good start here for the at-bat for Kiana Murray. Here's the 0-2 from Murray. That one's fouled off. Here's the pitch. Foul once again. Swing and a miss. Strike three, and that'll retire the side. Strikeout number one for Murray. And we head to the bottom of the first. Back after this here on KSLSports.com.
As a local credit union dedicated to people over profits, UCCU has been helping people improve their financial lives for almost 70 years.
And we want you to know that no matter what financial challenges you're facing, you can always count on UCCU to help you thrive in any economic climate.
Simply put, UCCU isn't just a financial institution, we're a team.
And we'll help you get a touchdown every time.
Really?
Sorry, I meant a home run.
Ouch.
Which one are you?
Welcome back to Gail Miller Field on the campus of Brigham Young University. Let's go through the batting order for the Salem Hills Skyhawks. Batting first is center fielder Cameron Guest. Batting second, playing second base, is Samaya Haveron. Batting third and catcher is Emery Wilson. Batting fourth in right field is Audrey Stokes. Batting fifth and third base is Aaliyah Elmer. Batting sixth and playing first base is Joe Norman. Batting seventh and playing shortstop is Leela Stevenson. Batting eighth and his pitching is Kiana Murray. And batting ninth as a designated player is Shea Loveridge. And the field players for West Jordan: Tavita pitching, Bunker is the catcher, Taylor first base, Kerrigan is at second, Tagovailoa is shortstop, Fafita is third base, Fox in left field, Feldstead in center field, and Gray in right field. So here's Cameron Guest to begin the bottom of the inning. Rita Tavita with the pitch. A little bit outside, but strike one. Here's the pitch. A bunt attempt, but they say foul. So it's strike two. Tavita looking to start strong in the circle. Facing a pitcher's count. Here's the pitch. That one's outside, ball one. And called strike three. And that'll be out number one. And Salem Hills coaches are not happy about that. Neither was Cameron Guest. But either way, strikeout number one here for Rita Tavita. Now Samaya Haveron is up next. She plays second base. Outside ball 1. Here's the pitch. And strike 1. The 1-1. Ball 2. That one is a little high. Ball 3. Here's the pitch. That one is fouled off into behind or past the dugout of Salem Hills. A little breezy. It looks like wind is going towards the east. And there's Coach Stokes as that one is fouled as well. So count remains full. Coach Stokes, he's in his 10th season. Has a 127 and 121 record as Tavita will walk Haveron. So a runner on board with 1 out. Emery Wilson is up next, the catcher. And a steal attempt is successful for Haveron, now on second. Here's the pitch. That one, ball 1. The count now goes 2-1. And that one is a base hit, and that'll send Haveron home. And that'll be an RBI single for Emery Wilson, and the Skyhawks are on the board first. And Jacqueline Nielsen will be the speed-up runner for the Skyhawks. So 1 out, 1 on, and 1 run scored here for the Skyhawks. The number 1 seed. Both number 1 seeds lost yesterday in game 1 of the 5A and 6A series. But Riverton bounced back in game 2 to force a game 3 coming up after this one. And if Salem Hills forces a game 3, as there's a steal attempt, safe for Nielsen. She's now in scoring position. If Salem Hills wins this game, we'll have a game 3 in both series, winner take all. And that one will take place at 7 o'clock tonight. Now one's in the dirt. Ball 1. Here's the pitch from Tavita. Right down Broadway, strike 2. That one's outside. Ball 2. Now 1. Ball 3, so that'll make the count full, 3-2. As you see right there, your exclusive streaming home of championship events in the state of Utah is KSLSports.com. We've got baseball happening tonight. Game 1 of both 5A and the 6A series. It's strike 3 called, and Tavita with her second backwards K of the inning with 2 outs. As I mentioned, just down University Parkway at UCCU Ballpark. Game 1 of the 6A Baseball Championship Series, as ground out to short will end the inning as Aaliyah Elmer is retired. And that'll end the inning. Tell you about what we have coming up later today after this here on KSLSports.com.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Leading off for West Jordan is designated player Taylor Hughes. But as I was saying before the end of the inning,
your car carries you and those you love.
The 5A or 6A softball or baseball, trying to do a couple things at once here, is taking place at UCCU Ballpark. Game 1 between Lehigh and American Fork will be at 4. As that pitch right there to Hughes is ball 1. And then the 5A championship series between number 20 seed Spanish Fork, taking down Maple Mountain twice, the number 1 seed, will face the Brighton Bengals, the number 2 seed, in game 1 at 7 o'clock tonight. And then, of course, game 2s will be tomorrow with game 3s if necessary. We've got boys lacrosse championships going on right now. We've got Davis against Corner Canyon going on at Zions Bank Stadium in Harriman, as we're at 2-1, the pitch count. And then obviously softball here. So winding down the chaos that is spring championships. But it's good chaos. That's swing and a miss. Strike 2. Ball was tipped. That one swing and a miss, strike 3. And that's the second strikeout of the game for Kiana Murray. Out number 1. Megan Gray will come to the plate. So that's back-to-back strikeouts between innings, obviously, for Murray. Struck out Bunkner at the end of the first inning, and then backwards K on Hughes. And now Gray is at the plate, and then we will see Lexi Taylor to round out the bottom of the order for the Jaguars, as we have ball 1. Now one is swung on and hit, but foul at the plate. That one's outside for ball 2. We're just across the street from Lavelle Edwards Stadium. 99 days till college football is back. And that's swung on and missed. Strike 2. We'll be here before you know it. And she's about to reach for it, but decided not to, and now the count goes full. With 1 out, no one on here in the top of the second. Here's the pitch. That one right at second base. And the put out is there for out number 2. Great play made by Haveron. Now Lexi Taylor, first baseman, batting in the 9 hole. She'll foul her first pitch. Here's the pitch. Called strike 1. Or excuse me, I think it's strike 2. It is. Scoreboard just wasn't updated here either. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 1. That one's in the dirt. Even the count at 2 apiece. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Fouled and caught by a Jaguar in the dugout. Once again, 2 on, or no one on, 2 outs, 2-2 pitch. Almost 2s across the board here in the second inning. It's fouled off once again. Count stays the same at 2-2. Swung on and missed. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. Strikeout number 3 for Murray. And we'll head to the bottom of the second inning. Back after this.
Your car carries you and those you love through the days and years. It deserves the best care you can give it. At Burt Brothers, we can help with that. We've been doing it better than anyone else since 1991, and we'll keep doing it to get you through all the important moments on life's roads. Because cars are more than how we get from here to there, they're how we get from there to here. Find your nearest store and discover special offers at burtbrothers.com.
Leading up for Salem Hills in the bottom of the second inning, batting 6th in the lineup, first baseman, number 17, Joe Orton.
Crowd will be piling into that stadium. In 99 days. The Cougars looking to have another great season in the Big 12 after surprising everybody last year. Bringing back a lot of talent and bringing in some great portal players as well. And the Utes aren't looking too bad either. As we're at 1-1 the count. As Joe Norman is at the plate. Playing first base. She was pitching last night for a good chunk of it. And then Rudd came in to pitch. That one is high as well. Ball 3. And that's a walk. So Norman will head to first base. Yep, 2 more days of high school sports. Then we'll have a little bit of a break. About 2 months. And then Game Night Live will be back. Found out August 15th is our first broadcast for Game Night Live. So JJ and Sly getting the crew back together on strike 1. And obviously our partnership with KSL Sports Rewind and others across the state will have you covered wall to wall for high school football. And then fall championships as well. And that one is fouled off. Brings the count to 0-2. With, looks like, looking to see if they did a speed up runner. They did not for Norman. She's at first base. 0-2 count for Tavita. Here's the pitch. And nearly came across, but Norman's going to head to second. So a steal of sorts. And Layla Stevenson, shortstop, batting 7th in the lineup. And then we'll see Kiana Murray, the pitcher. That one's grounded to third. And the out for the first out of the inning. Norman will stay at second. Kiana Murray will come to the plate. The lefty. Trying to bunt. That one's a called strike. So 1 out, 1 on. 0-1 is the count here in the bottom of the second of Game 2. The 5A Championship Series. West Jordan leading the series 1-0. As another bunt, a bunt attempt will be ball 1. West Jordan winning Game 1 last night, 13-7. They're 1 win away from their first ever state championship in softball. And strike 2. Meanwhile, Salem Hills is going for their first state title since 2014 and their 3rd overall in school history. They won back-to-back 2013 and 2014 and has not won since. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Tavita retires her 3rd batter with a backwards K. So 2 outs. As we go to the bottom of the order with Shea Loveridge, the designated player. Pitch, strike 1. So Tavita and Murray each with 3 strikeouts to start here through 2 innings. Almost through 2 innings. And that one is almost caught by the second baseman. And heading home is Joe Norman, and she is safe. And that's another run. So an RBI single here for Shea Loveridge. So 2-0 now. And we're back to the top of the order with Cameron Guest. She struck out her last at bat, and now a steal. Didn't get over to second, and the steal is still there. So that puts Loveridge at second base. Tavita wants to meet with her infielders. That happened another time last night. I think it was during the 7th inning when Salem Hills was on that run, where the second baseman doesn't get to the base to try and pick off the steal. That time it wasn't too bad because she stayed at second, but last night she went to third. So 0-1 the count. Now it evens up at 1 apiece. 1 ball, 1 strike. Each team with 2 outs, but Salem Hills has 2 runs. Here's Tavita with the pitch. That one is hit. Past Tavita. That's going to send Guest home. Or excuse me, Loveridge home. And that's an RBI double for Cameron Guest. So Samaya Haveron, she walked, and I believe later scored. Here's the pitch. That one's outside, ball 1. So still 2 outs. That one's hit to Tavita. Get it over to first base, and that'll end the inning. Salem Hills able to score 2 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. We'll be back with the top of the 3rd inning after this here on KSLSports.com.
As a local credit union dedicated to people over profits, UCCU has been helping people improve their financial lives for almost 70 years.
And we want you to know that no matter what financial challenges you're facing, you can always count on UCCU to help you thrive in any economic climate.
Simply put, UCCU isn't just a financial institution, we're a team.
And we'll help you get a touchdown every time.
Really?
Sorry, I meant a home run.
Ouch.
Which one are you?
Ariana Feldstead will lead off the top of the 3rd inning here for the Jaguars. She had a single in her first at-bat of the game. And Kiana Murray coming off a great inning pitching in the second. She had a strikeout and then a putout and then another strikeout to end the inning. So going 1, 2, 3. That one's swing and a miss, strike 1. That one's 1-1 now after a called ball. That one's swing and a miss. Looked like she was maybe trying to reach for that one as it was a low pitch for strike 2. Here's the pitch. That one is hit into left field. That'll be a base hit. She's heading for second. It's Ariana Felstead. She's going to run to third, and she'll get there in time. That's a triple for Ariana Felstead. Great start to the inning for the Jaguars. Now Rita Tavita will come to the plate. She singled her last trip to the dish. And then in the on deck circle is Haley Fox. Here's the pitch. That one's right down the middle for strike 1. Here's the pitch. Again, right down the middle. Strike 2. 2 great pitches there. Tavita probably could have gotten a hold of that one. Here's the 0-2 from Murray. And that one is grounded to first base. Norman can't haul it in, and that'll be a base hit for Rita Tavita. And that'll also score a run, so an RBI single. Haley Fox will now come to the plate as West Jordan is on the board. Strike 1 on that one. That one is hit to second. Potential double play. Doesn't get there for that one, so fielder's choice is what they'll score for Haley Fox, and Tavita is out at second. Andrea Tagovailoa will come to the plate now. She walked her last at-bat. That one is fouled up high and out of play. Goes right behind the dugout. Here's Murray with the 0-1. Ball 1. And that one is grounded to third. Tagovailoa won't get there, but Fox will get to second for out number 2. Afiana Fafita at the plate. She's 0 for 1 so far. That one is in the dirt and outside for ball 1. So runner on second, 2 outs for West Jordan, trailing 3-1 here in the top of the 3rd. Here's the pitch. That one outside as well, ball 2. So 2-0 the count for Murray against Fafita. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Strike one. Up next is Abigail Bunker, if we get to that point. Here's Murray with the 2-1 pitch. And that one is tipped. So foul. Fafita stays alive in the box. She'll step back in. And the count even at 2 apiece. Here's the 2-2 from Murray. Outside, and I'll go full. 3 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. That one's fouled off again. Remains full. And here's the pitch. That one is hit deep into right field and hauled in by Stokes, and that'll end the inning. So 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. We head to the bottom of the 3rd inning after this. You're watching the 5A State Championship Softball Series on KSLSports.com.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Emery Wilson will lead off the inning here for Salem Hills, here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. She had an RBI single in her last at-bat in the 1st inning. Against Rita Tavita. She pitched a complete game last night. That one is grounded to short. Tagovailoa over to Taylor and put out for out number 1. Audrey Stokes up next. She's hitting in the 4th hole. And Aaliyah Elmer is up next. She struck out her last at-bat, did Stokes. That one's fouled off. Swing and a miss, strike 2. That one's fouled off as well. Remains 0-2. Here's the 0-2. That one's fouled off again. She stays alive at the dish. Tavita with the 0-2 once again. That one's outside for ball one. And the pitch, hit right to Tavita. She'll take her time for the put out number 2. That'll bring up Aaliyah Elmer. Called strike one. There's the pitch. Down the middle. Strike two. 0-2 the count now with 2 outs, no one on. Here in the bottom of the third. And that one's outside. Ball one. The pitch. Outside once again, evens the count up at 2 apiece. Here's the pitch from Tavita. That one's in the dirt. Count goes full. Elmer grounded out to short in her first at-bat. Tavita with the pitch. And that'll be a walk. So Elmer is on board at first base. Joe Norman will come to the plate. She walked and later scored a run. Here's the pitch. That one's grounded to first. And make the play just in time. As Kerrigan goes over to first as Taylor collects it, and that'll end the inning. So no harm done. And that'll end the third inning. Through 3, Salem Hills with a 3-1 lead here on KSLSports.com.
Your car carries you and those you love through the days and years. It deserves the best care you can give it. At Burt Brothers, we can help with that. We've been doing it better than anyone else since 1991, and we'll keep doing it to get you through all the important moments on life's roads. Because cars are more than how we get from here to there, they're how we get from there to here. Find your nearest store and discover special offers at burtbrothers.com.
Leading off for West Jordan will be Haley Bunker, the catcher, as we go 6, 7, 8 in the batting order for the West Jordan Jaguars. Here in the top of the 4th inning. As Bunker talking to her coach, McKaylee Danner, in her second season with a 38-14 record. Trying to lead West Jordan to their first state title in softball. That one's outside, ball one. Each pitcher with 3 strikeouts as Murray delivers that one. Ball 1 on the foul ball. Up next will be the designated player, Taylor Hughes. Bunkner struck out her first at bat. Now one's grounded to second. And the put out there to Joe Norman for out number 1.
Designated player, number 14, Taylor Hughes.
So Taylor Hughes also struck out her last at bat. Now one is grounded to short, over to first, and just like that, 2 outs for West Jordan.
Right fielder, number 10, Megan Gray.
Megan Gray is up next. She grounded out to second base. Looks like the umpires talking to West Jordan. Well, we play on. If we get to that point, we'll go to Lexi Taylor at the bottom of the order. So that one's grounded to second and out. So 1, 2, 3 inning for Salem Hills in the top of the 4th. We'll come back with the bottom of the 4th inning. Salem Hills up next here on KSLSports.com.
As a local credit union dedicated to people over profits, UCCU has been helping people improve their financial lives for almost 70 years.
And we want you to know that no matter what financial challenges you're facing, you can always count on UCCU to help you thrive in any economic climate.
Simply put, UCCU isn't just a financial institution, we're a team.
And we'll help you get a touchdown every time.
Really?
Sorry, I meant a home run.
Ouch.
Which one are you?
Shortstop Layla Stevenson will lead off the inning. Bottom 4 for the Salem Hills Skyhawks. She grounded out to the shortstop in her only at bat of the game. So we'll go bottom of the order here, 7, 8, 9, with Murray and Loveridge coming up after. Pretty quick inning in the top half. It was a 1, 2, 3. I think there was only maybe 4 pitches, if that. Strike 1. Here's pitch, and it's ball 1. 1-1 the count. Salem Hills looking to extend their lead. Here's the pitch. That one's inside. Ball 2. Coming into this championship series, Stevenson, 8 home runs. She leads the team, well, tied with Emery Wilson. As 3-1 is the count here for Tavita. And ball 4. So they'll start the inning with a 5-pitch walk. Kiana Murray will now come to the plate. She struck out her last at bat.
One camera two, so you can go to that. Okay, back on to you.
Looks like we have a speed up runner. As Coach Stokes talks to the umpire.
Your attention, please. Pitch runner at first base.
Pinch runner is Katie Keel.
Number 19, Katie Keel.
So speed up runner is a senior. Has scored 10 runs.
I'm on three.
She also has 1 stolen base. Now here's Murray. Will step into the batter's box. It's again struck out in her last appearance. And a bunt attempt, foul. Here's the pitch. Now one is a base hit into right field. Kiana Murray is safe, and that'll move Katie Keel, the speed up runner, to second. So a walk and a base hit to start out the inning for the Skyhawks. And it looks like they'll have another speed up runner. And her hair is in the way of her number. I'm going to go with number 10, Brighton Butters.
For Murray at first base, number 10, Brenton Butters.
So 2 speed up runners here for the Skyhawks.
Back on camera two.
Although Butters can't steal, she does have 2 stolen bases this season as a bunt attempt here for the designated player, Shea Loveridge. So we're in the bottom of the order. Up next will be Cameron Guest, who's in the 1 hole. Here's the pitch. Another bunt attempt. She misses that one. So strike 2. She was upset about that one. It's like, I missed that one. She'll go back into the batter's box to face Tavita. Rita facing an 0-2 count. That one goes outside for ball 1. And here's the pitch. That one, strike 3. And that's strikeout number 4 for Tavita. So Cameron Guest up next.
Back on to camera two.
She had an RBI double in her last plate appearance as the infield comes in very close. That one's a ball 1. So 1 out, 2 on. Both are speed runners for the Skyhawks here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Here's the pitch from Tavita. That one's grounded to Tagovailoa over to third for out number 2. So they get the force out at third and are 1 out away from getting out of this inning clean.
Second baseman, number 2, Shamaya Evero.
There's Haveron for Samaya. She grounded out in her last plate appearance. Oh, 1 is the count. If Salem Hills can hold on to this lead, we'll have a decisive game 3 as strike 2 called there for Tavita. Which would mean a pair of game 3s this afternoon and evening. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's number 5 for Tavita, and that will retire the side. West Jordan will come to the plate next in the top of the 5th inning here on KSLSports.com.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Leading off for West Jordan is number 5, Lexi Taylor, in the bottom of the order. Then we'll go back to the top with Ariana Feldstead and Rita Tavita. Looks like making some substitutions or something out here. Strike 1 on the first pitch of the inning. That one goes high. Ball 1. Lexi Taylor struck out in her last plate appearance. Here's the 1-1. Fouled off. Right into West Jordan's dugout. Murray facing a 1-2 with no outs. Here's the pitch. That one will even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Now one's in the dirt. Makes the count go full. Here's the pitch. That one's in the dirt once again, and ball 4. So a walk to lead off the inning for Lexi Taylor. Ariana Feldstead will come to the plate. A single and a triple for her so far. Now one is hit for another base hit, this time in left field. And so another single for Feldstead, who's having herself a game. Rita Tavita also with a pair of singles. She also has an RBI. Called strike 1. Here's the pitch. She bunts. And saying safe. That'll load up the bases. Was looking to see if that was a foul. And Coach Stokes is talking to the home plate umpire. I thought it was a foul. But that's from my view, but that'll load up the bases. And it looks like we'll have a speed up runner. Trying to get the number. Clara Gibson, the freshman, come in as the speed up runner. Now Andrea Tagovailoa is on deck with Haley Fox at the plate. Bases loaded, no outs. And that'll be a base hit and an RBI. Potentially 2 RBIs, and there is 2 RBI single for Haley Fox. And we're tied at 3. Now Andrea Tagovailoa come to the plate. She grounded out in her previous plate appearance and walked in the first inning. Now Kiana Murray facing a little bit of adversity here. She's a senior. And that one is also a base hit as Clara Gibson trips over the base at third, but she still gets there safe. So the base is loaded once again. And no outs. Looks like they're going to make a pitching change. Oh, nope, they're going to make a substitution out in the field. So Shea Loveridge will now play at first base. I'm guessing they're going to go get Joe Norman warmed up. And she'll probably take over pitching because Shea Loveridge just moved to first base, and that's where Norman was. Yep, and that's where Joe Norman's going, is over to the bullpen. And timeout here for Salem Hills. So as you can see, bases loaded. Already 2 runs across, no outs. And Salem Hills just pulled Joe Norman from first base, put the designated player Shea Loveridge over there. And now Norman is in the bullpen down the left base line, or third base line in left field. And now coming to the plate will be Lafiana Fafita. Pair of flyouts in her previous 2 plate appearances. Trying to give West Jordan the lead back. Will take their first lead of the game. And now Coach Danner is talking to the home plate umpire. Danner feeling the momentum of her team right now. Completely moved over to West Jordan. Jaguars hoping to hoist their first ever state championship trophy in softball. And we have a speed up runner. Number 4. That's Grace Mauga. So Tagovailoa will head back to the dugout. Now Fafita is in the box. Ready for the first pitch. And here it is. Swing and a miss, strike 1 for Murray. Really seeing both coaches playing chess right now. No checkers being played here. Here's the pitch. That's upstairs, ball 1. So 1-1 the count. Bases loaded, nobody out. West Jordan trying to take their first lead of the game. And that one fouled off. So 1-2, the count. Murray in a bind here. We'll see if she can get out of it. And potentially her last game as a Salem Hills Skyhawk. But she doesn't want it to be her last game. As Abigail Bunkner is in the on-deck circle. Here's the 1-2 from Murray. And that one is popped up and on top of the dugout for another foul ball. So staying alive is Lafiana Fafita. Trying to turn the tide so far. She's had a pair of flyouts in her last 2 plate appearances. Here's the pitch. And that one is hit over the second baseman, and that's a base hit. And that'll bring home the speed runner from third, which is Clara Gibson. And West Jordan has the lead on an RBI single from Lafiana Fafita. So number 9 is the speed up runner for West Jordan. That's Abby Evans, the freshman. Now here's Abigail Bunkner. And that one is hit to right field and hauled in. And it looks like a sacrifice fly. She'll get home. Is Haley Fox scores a run. And the lead is extended to 5-3 for West Jordan. And the bases is not loaded, but runners on second and third with one out.
Back on one with you for whatever's going on.
Looks like they're going to make the pitching change. Potentially. Coach Stokes with his lineup card. Yep. Oh, saying that she's safe. That's what they were talking about. And he is not happy. Yeah, Coach Stokes is not happy right now. He is giving the umpire an earful. Yeah, he is upset. Just threw his arms. He's not happy. Meanwhile, Coach Danner over along third base is clapping, telling her team, just stay calm, we're good. And Stokes is now giving the third base umpire an earful. Here's the pitch. That one is low, ball one.
What's that one? You on that computer? That's behind. That's just behind. So you can see it off. Watch the first game. Probably wouldn't show it anyway because
So it sounds like the reason why Coach Stokes is so upset is that he thought that the third base runner left early. As ground out to shortstop for out number 2, but a runner scores again. So West Jordan has doubled up what Salem Hills. So Megan Gray, 0 for 2 so far. Batting 8th in the order with 2 outs and a runner at third base. That one's ball one. Here's the pitch. Grounded right to Murray. And the put out to Loveridge, and that'll end the inning. But 5 runs have scored for West Jordan, and they have a 6-3 lead as we head to the bottom of the 5th. You're watching the 5A State Softball Championship Series on KSLSports.com.
Your car carries you and those you love through the days and years. It deserves the best care you can give it. At Burt Brothers, we can help with that. We've been doing it better than anyone else since 1991, and we'll keep doing it to get you through all the important moments on life's roads. Because cars are more than how we get from here to there, they're how we get from there to here. Find your nearest store and discover special offers at burtbrothers.com.
Leading off for Salem Hills is catcher Emery Wilson. She had an RBI single, so she's 1 for 2 this afternoon as they face a 6-3 deficit with technically 9 outs remaining to try and get back into this one. Here's the pitch from Tavita. 1-1. Now one is low for ball 2. Pitch. Strike 1. And that one is a base hit down the left field line. And that's a double for Emery Wilson. So a leadoff double here for the Skyhawks. And Emery Wilson with her second base hit of the game. Audrey Stokes come to the plate. She is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. That one's in the dirt, and that will send Wilson to third. So Salem Hills still fighting. That one's hit to Tavita. She'll look over at third real quick, but now can't get it to first. Overthrows it. And now the runner will score for Salem Hills. So an E1. So Stokes, runner comes in on E1. And that's the first error of the game for West Jordan. They had 7 errors last night. Still managed to pick up a 6-run win over the Skyhawks. Go ahead and update the scoreboard there for you. No outs. As Aaliyah Elmer will come to the plate. She is 0 for 2. She did get, she's not 0 for 2. It was walked. Base on balls last plate appearance. Here's the pitch. That one, a rise ball for ball 1. That one is called strike. So a runner at second. No outs. 1 run already scored here in the bottom of the 5th. That one's hit to Tavita. She looks over to third, and Taylor trying to go double play, but she's safe at third. So the runner will advance now with 1 out. Now Joe Norman, first baseman, although she was pulled to go into the bullpen. That one is ball 1. Norman was walked and later scored the run. And that's strike one.
Here in a second, I just didn't see it fast enough.
Here's the pitch. That one's outside for ball two.
In between the innings, we'll go to that kid with the leopard print hair. He was there. I missed it, but we'll do it in between this next inning.
So 2-1 the count. Swing, check swing, but still strike two. So evens the count at 2 apiece with 1 out, 1 on, runner on third. I believe that's Audrey Stokes. That's at third. Here's the pitch, outside, ball 3. Count goes full. This is a big at-bat for Salem Hills with a runner in scoring position. Trying to get back into this one, down 2 runs. Now one is hit to third as Audrey Stokes does get home, but Norman is also out. Yeah, Stokes ended up going to third, Fafita threw to first, and then when that happened, she ran home. So now nobody on, but 2 outs. Salem Hills down by 1. This is starting to get intense. State championship on the line. West Jordan hoping to bring a championship back to West Jordan as that one is lifted into shallow right center, and the putout is there by Kerrigan. So they get out of the inning with only allowing 2 runs, but West Jordan still has the lead. We head to the top of the 6th after this. But first, check out a student bringing his school spirit. You can just tell. He loves his Jaguars. We'll go ahead and take a break. Back with the top of the 6th, or bottom of the 6th. Yeah, no, top. After this here on KSLSports.com.
As a local credit union dedicated to people over profits, UCCU has been helping people improve their financial lives for almost 70 years.
And we want you to know that no matter what financial challenges you're facing, you can always count on UCCU to help you thrive in any economic climate.
Simply put, UCCU isn't just a financial institution, we're a team.
And we'll help you get a touchdown every time.
Really?
Sorry, I meant a home run.
Ouch.
Which one are you?
Checking out the school spirit of the West Jordan Jaguars. That's interesting. That's showing your school spirit. Telling you what. Here enjoying some softball on a Friday with school pretty much almost out for some that are out already. We do have a pitching change. Joe Norman is in at pitcher, and Murray will move to first. And ball 1. As we go to Lexi Taylor, first baseman. As they went through the entire order last inning, and that one is out in right field for the putout. as we now go to the top of the order, but in the 5th inning, they batted through the entire lineup. West Jordan did. So out number 1. Now Ariana Feldstead she's 3 for 3 with 2 singles and a triple. That one is outside, ball 1. Here's the pitch. And that one is hit deep into center field, and that hits the wall. She'll get to second, and she is safe with a double. So Feldstead just needs a home run to hit the cycle. That's impressive for the senior. Tavita swing and a miss. Great pitch there from Norman. Both these teams full of hitters up and down the lineup. Here's the 0-1. It's outside for ball 1. West Jordan with 6 runs on 9 hits, 1 error. And Salem Hills with 5 hits and 5 runs. No errors. Tavita. This is that one, strike 2. Norman facing a 1-2 count with 1 out, 1 on. Here in the top of the 6th. Here's the pitch. That one is away. Ball 2. Here's the pitch, and that one is tipped, deflected. So it remains 2-2. Pitcher against pitcher. Norman gets the call. And here's the pitch. And ball 3. And she stays safe at second is Feldstead. Full count. Here's the payoff. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Norman with her first strikeout. And that brings up 2 outs with 1 on. Haley Fox is up next. She had an RBI or 2 RBI single and later scored a run in her last at bat. Here's the pitch, strike 1. Here's the pitch. That one's outside for ball 1. Kiana Murray finishes her shift as pitcher with 3 strikeouts. And that one is grounded through the legs, and they're going to say runner interference. Yep, they said she's out. She interfered with the field player, and now they call her out. So that'll retire the side. We'll see what the officials end up ruling. But I'm going to guess that that's going to end the inning. Oh, he's talking to his partner. The other umpire. Now all three of them are going to come together. So we won't take a break yet. Coach Danner is over by the circle, waiting for the call to be confirmed. And they say she's out. That'll end the inning. We now head to the bottom of the sixth. West Jordan with a 1-run lead here on KSLSports.com.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Welcome back. We have one of our head officials. He's umped for many, many years. He's going to explain the interference that was just called there. Russ, tell us what happened there.
Okay, so in high school softball, the runner has to avoid interference, so there does not necessarily have to be contact for runner for interference to be called. So in this case, the runner ran in front of the shortstop, which caused her to misplay the ball, so the umpire felt that that was interference.
Thank you for that, Russ. So interference right there, deemed interference, and so that is an out. So thank you again. So Kiana Murray will lead off. Let's go ahead and reset things here.
After this game, we might want to reset the balance for this outfield camera.
So Kiana Murray will come to the plate.
The lighting's changed throughout the day. It's kind of gone with this. But I think we'll be good to watch the game. We can still pretty clearly see everything. It should be a good idea for after the game.
So no runs for West Jordan in that top half of the inning as Murray tries to bunt her way to first. Here's the pitch. Outside. Ball one. Tavita with the pitch. That one's outside once again, basically the same spot. Ball two. That one's fouled off, and it'll even the count at 2-2. For Murray, she is 1 for 2, a strikeout and a single. She moved over to first base last inning after pitching. Now one called strike 3 for out number 1. And that's Fafita's 6th strikeout of the game. So number 25, Jacqueline Nielsen, is going to bat since Shea Loveridge was subbed out. And strike 1 is the first pitch of the at-bat. Second one just outside for ball 1. And strike 2. Pitch, upstairs, rise ball for ball 2. That one's hit right to Tavita for the out. So 2 outs now for the Skyhawks. No one on. West Jordan with a 1-run lead. Now we go back to the top of the order with Cameron Guest. She fouls that one off into left field, down the third base line. Here's the pitch from Tavita. And that one was fouled off for strike 2. That one is fouled off as well. Oh, nope, it's ball 1. It went in the dirt. Trevor Allen here with you. Nate Dowdle on the cam behind home plate. Jordan Dowdle, Nate Jr., pushing the buttons. And that one is a base hit for Guest. So a single for Cameron Guest. It's her second base hit of the game. Samaya Haveron is up next. She has walked, grounded out, and struck out in her previous 3 plate appearances. And Guest is going to steal second. She's safe. Tavita facing 1-0. Here's the pitch. That one is grounded to second. And over to Taylor for out number 3, and that'll end the inning. Through 6, West Jordan has 6 runs. Salem Hills with 5. Back with the top of the 7th next. Here on your home for high school championships in Utah, KSLSports.com.
Your car carries you and those you love through the days and years. It deserves the best care you can give it. At Burt Brothers, we can help with that. We've been doing it better than anyone else since 1991, and we'll keep doing it to get you through all the important moments on life's roads. Because cars are more than how we get from here to there, they're how we get from there to here. Find your nearest store and discover special offers at burtbrothers.com.
Check out that fan right there. Again, just getting into school spirit. They've developed their own little student section behind the West Jordan dugout. I guess that could be a hat. Maybe something that we could see boss man Nate Dowdle sporting as well. Maybe? Anyway, Andrea Tagovailoa will lead off the top of the 7th. Looking for some insurance runs here for the Jaguars. And are 3 outs away from their first ever state softball championship. Now one is fouled off. And that one will be a base hit into right field as Tagovailoa is aboard with a leadoff single. Afiana Fafita come to the plate. She had an RBI single in her last plate appearance. And that one is deep into left center, and the catch is made for out number 1. And Tagovailoa will tag first and head to second. What a grab by Tessa Molyneux. Now on ball 1 for Abigail Bunkner. She had a sacrifice fly in her last appearance. And as Joe Norman delivers the 1-0 pitch. And that one is hit into left center. And the catch is made by Cameron Guest for out number 2. Tagovailoa will stay at second. Taylor Hughes, the designated player. She is 0 for 3. And if we get to that point, we'll go to the 8-hole hitter, and that's Megan Gray. She'll step in the box. 2 outs, 1 on. with Tagovailoa at second. A 1-run lead here for West Jordan. Trying to get some insurance runs. That one's fouled off. And that one is grounded to short. Over to first, and that'll end the inning. So no runs for West Jordan on a couple of hits. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Salem Hills with 3 outs left to try and force a Game 3. We'll be back after this here on KSLSports.com.
As a local credit union dedicated to people over profits, UCCU has been helping people improve their financial lives for almost 70 years.
And we want you to know that no matter what financial challenges you're facing, you can always count on UCCU to help you thrive in any economic climate.
Simply put, UCCU isn't just a financial institution, we're a team.
And we'll help you get a touchdown every time.
Really?
Sorry, I meant a home run.
Ouch.
Which one are you?
Heading to the bottom of the 7th. Salem Hills down to their final 3 outs to try and force a Game 3 tonight at 7 o'clock for the state championship. Meanwhile, West Jordan just 3 outs away from making history as queens of 5A softball for the first time in school history. And Salem Hills will be in the heart of their order, 3, 4, and 5. And I want to correct myself from just before we went to break in the last inning. There was only 1 hit, not a couple of hits. So we'll see Emery Wilson, Audrey Stokes, and Aaliyah Elmer. Wilson doubled her last plate appearance. First pitch over to Tagovailoa for the out. So one out down, 2 more to go. Audrey Stokes. She reached base on an E1 last plate appearance. She's also struck out. Now 1-0 the count for Tavita. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1, excuse me. 1 out, nobody on. Now one is grounded to Tavita. She'll slowly throw over to Taylor for out number 2. Down to the final out for Salem Hills. It all comes down to Aaliyah Elmer. If we get there, Joe Norman will be up next. And called strike right down Broadway. And that one is fouled. Still strike two. Down to their last strike is Salem Hills, the number 1 seed, up against the ropes. Tavita with an 0-2 pitch. Coming up here with 2 outs, nobody on. Here's the pitch. That one's fouled off, delaying the excitement. For the Salem Hills fans tuning in, Elmer has 7 home runs. She's batting .459 coming into this championship series. Here's the 0-2. Low and away, ball 1. And the West Jordan fans along the right field line is on their feet. There's the pitch, called strike 3, and history's been made. For the first time ever, West Jordan Jaguars are your 5A softball champions. They are the queens of 5A softball. An incredible run for West Jordan. In bracket play, they had to go to an if game against Bountiful just to get here. They lost 1-0 in that first game and then picked up a 6-0 win over Bountiful to get to the state championship series. And the fans are on top of the dugout. And then they come here to BYU and pick up a 13-7 win in game 1 last night. And then take down the number 1 seed with a 6-5 win in game 2. A historic season for West Jordan, winning their first ever softball state championship. And you have to tip your hat, though, to Salem Hills. They had a fantastic season. Some exciting plays, especially in bracket play. They had a walk-off grand slam against Box Elder. And just came up short. They rallied big time last night in the 7th inning, scoring 5 runs. Coming up short of a huge comeback. And then had to fight back today. Started out strong, 3-0 lead as we go down for the trophy presentation. Presenting, it's a UHSAA. But again, congratulations to Salem Hills on a fantastic season, getting to the state championship. We'll go down for the trophy presentation. Here's PA announcer Jeff Reeves.
To the Salem Hills Skyhawks. championship trophy in the 5A classification to the West Jordan Jaguars.
And there you go, your 5A softball state champions, the West Jordan Jaguars. Thank you for tuning in for the 5A softball championship series. For Nate Dowdle, for Jordan Dowdle, I'm Trevor Allen. Once again, West Jordan 6, Salem Hills 5, as the Jaguars are your 5A softball state champions for the first time in school history. Come back at 4:30 as we will have Game 3, the winner-take-all game in 6A between the Bingham Miners and the Riverton Silver Wolves. Thanks for tuning in to your exclusive home of high school streaming championships in Utah, KSLSports.com.